We'll have Dr. Taiwo Salam, who is the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Transport in Lagos, is here to shed more light on some of the reports you just heard. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
Now, could you explain a little further, that 12 of the vehicles that the Commissioner was talking about, what does it entail? Is that the finality, or there's still more, we still expect some more information about that? Yes,
initially when that incident happened, we had 9 people we have 9 casualties. So eventually we lost another one, the one that was burned to a serious level. And again, another 2 we lost yesterday. So we are now having total number of 12 casualties. But as the medical side is doing their own job to ensure the identification of the victims, we at our own side too, that is the Ministry of Transportation, through the Directorate of Vehicle Inspection Services, we are trying to identify those vehicles through the AutoVIN. AutoVIN is a computerized equipment that we always use to go and scan the vehicles. It will give us the vehicle identification number. From there, we now go into our database to identify that vehicle registration, owners, and telephone number.
So bonds beyond recognition or not, that is going on now?
Yes, yes.
How many vehicles have you been able to identify now?
Yeah, just as medical people, a medical team are identified, I mean, they are carrying out their own forensic work. We in the Ministry of Transportation, so we are identifying the vehicles too.
But
so
how many have you identified?
Yes, of the 53, we have successfully identified 12 vehicles now through the AutoVIN inspection.
I'm sure a lot of people will be wanting to know this. Have you been able to identify the owner of that trailer?
Yes, we are. You see, we have identified some of the owner of the vehicles, but the information...
No, not the vehicles. The tanker itself.
The tanker itself.
Yes. Okay. You see, the information about the tanker is one thing, and very soon we are getting to the owner. That tanker was built in United States of America. It was manufactured in 1999. It has the capacity of 14,959 kilograms, approximately 15 tons. And that tanker was built as a drilling rig, and it has changed hands 13 times. So the tanker was brought into the country, and you know what they did? They now went and built 30 tons tanker to hook into the truck. So it's just like asking an 8-year-old boy to carry you or anybody. Or I mean 3-year-old boy to carry you and anybody. You see, your own weight will be more than his weight. So the weight of the truck itself is 15 tons. It's not supposed to carry up to 15 tons. And what they did, they are now attaching the 30-ton weight with the tanker. So when it got to that level, and he cannot hold it because he has burned the truck, because the clutch has burnt, so he rolled back. So it's just like trying to say you and a 2-year-old boy going on a tug of war. Definitely you know the answer.
Well, Dr. Salam, I know that, I mean...
So we have traced it to Nasarawa, we have traced it to Kano State.
So the ownership is in where, Nasarawa or Kano?
No, Nasarawa local government in Kano State. We have traced that truck there. The truck was registered in Nasarawa local government, NSR 888YC. So we have now contacted our own sister agency there, that's the Vehicle Inspection Services there, who, because they are using manual, they are not using computerized system we are using here. So they have to go through their books, of which they are still going through. But definitely we will get it.
So when you say they should get, the tankers and cars should get MOT, yes, for at least that certification.
Correct.
Does it include such tankers that are not based in Lagos who are coming into Lagos, for instance?
you can take your MOT anywhere in Nigeria. But once you are coming to Lagos, you have to take our own MOT because you are operating within our territory. That tanker is now operating in Lagos, don't forget.
Let's hold on. So you're saying any vehicle having gone through inspection wherever it's coming from.
Assuming they went.
Assuming they had their inspection. When they come into Lagos, the Lagos team will have to inspect it again?
Correct. Because, you know one thing, we have moved away from visual inspection. We have now moved into computerized inspection. It's a computer that will inspect the vehicle, so there is no need to say that, please help me manage it.
Because I know people who got their MOTs, their vehicles were not checked. They issued the MOT.
That's what I'm telling you. That has stopped since April 2017.
I'm talking about last week or 2 weeks ago.
Please let me get that information. I tell you, what they have in their hand is fake.
Oh.
It's nothing but fake documents.
So anyone who is getting an MOT in Lagos,
yes,
your vehicle
to
they
Lagos,
need to check the vehicle.
Computerized vehicle inspection services centers. We have 10 all over Lagos, and we are building more.
And what, just a quick one, what are the things that are being checked in these vehicles?
Correct. When you take your vehicle there, the first thing they will need to check is that they will need to check the exhaust to first of all ensure that it is not polluting the atmosphere. If it is not correct there, no, you are not going again. They tell you, go and make sure that your engine is okay. When they finish that, they roll your vehicle and check all the suspension. And then they also check the torque to ensure that everything is fine. They check the nuts, that is, the bolts and nuts, that they are properly secured. When they finish that, they roll the vehicle and check underneath. As they are checking the underneath, they are also checking the engine, they are also checking the inner side. And as they are checking from one stage to another, computer is recording. At the end of it, computer now tell you the percentage. So if there is a little problem on the brake or clutch or even your light, they want to check your light, they want to check the ray of that light, and they also want to check the position of the light to ensure that it is not affecting other incoming motorists. It is set to where it needs to be. If any of those things you don't pass, if you pass one, you fail all.
But how is it that you need to trace this all the way back to Nasarawa? What about the point where the tanker loaded from? Are you planning to go there to get information as well?
This accident is one too many, and His Excellency said that we should go and get all the necessary things and then we hand over to the police for prosecution. You see, what is the responsibility of the owner of the tanker? Has he carried out his responsibility? What is the responsibility of the driver? What is the responsibility where that vehicle was loaded? All the investigation is going on because you own Lagos State government and the public the responsibility due to the failure and your negligence of carrying out that your responsibility. We in Lagos State, we have suffered, and then we don't need to leave you like that.